All right, so thanks everybody for taking the time today to sit through this demo. It's a real brief webinar. I'm not going to spend an exorbitant amount of time reviewing this, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But I wanted to showcase the new reseller site so everyone can see how it works and how you can navigate it. And I think you guys will like what you see. We spent a lot of time building this out. It looks really slick, and I'm really happy with it. I think you will be as well. So I'm going to switch gears here. Get out of this presentation. There we go. All right. So this is our new reseller public-facing site. Now, this webinar, really, this whole public-facing site is really only applicable to the licensees who are using it. Some licensees are not. Some licensees have their own public-facing site where you are really just tying into our login and our dashboard. And so this may not be as relevant to you. But definitely encourage you to sit through the webinar and see what it's all about. But this is really designed for the resellers that are using the public-facing site. And as you know, this is what the public-facing site looks like currently. And it's a little outdated and definitely needed some work. So we spent some time kind of reworking it. And this is the new site. And I'm going to log you into the back end of it here in just a little bit. But you'll notice that it's just a little bit more up to today's standards in terms of web design. There are different sections that you can customize, an About Us section, a Services section, which not only shows you some of this stuff here, compliance, design, execution, it also highlights all the system features. Okay, and these are all customizable. We'll get into that in just a little bit. Then you have a contact section here with a web form. I know this was a huge request to incorporate a web form where prospects and other people visiting your site can actually inquire about your service. This will get emailed to you as a reseller. It goes to the email on file. And then you have the ability of adding social media icons here, which I'll get into in a sec. And then we have this whole offers section. And this offers section is really like a clients and testimonials page. It's a secondary page that sits it's connected to your site, but it's really a separate page. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to showcase feature clients or spotlight companies. It allows you to tie in a promotional video or testimonial. And it also allows you to add your individual clients here. And we'll get into how you would navigate this here in a bit. But when you click on a client, it will show you their location with their address, and then any offers or mobile clubs, mobile promotions that you have active, you can activate here as well. And this is a great sell to a prospective client. So you can basically tell that prospect that you're going to be featuring their mobile promotion on your website, and anybody that comes to your mobile website will be able to basically join the promotion from your site. So it's one extra channel for you to help build your client's opt-in database. But this offer site was a lot of work. It came out really nice and slick, and I'm excited to show you how you navigate all this. So this is what the public-facing site looks like between the regular site and the offer site here. And one of our licensees, Don, has been very gracious to let us kind of use his reseller account as a guinea pig for this demo. So I've logged into his master account. And to get to the new reseller site, you just go to your client admin, you hit your reseller settings, and down here where it says public website, you have your old site, which is the customize button, and then you have the new site. Now, some of you have this public website set to off, to no, essentially, so you're bypassing it altogether. If you are not bypassing it and you are using it, then this is a great new site here. So you hit new, and that takes you into the new editor. And you'll notice that the editor is very similar to what's on the traditional site, the older site. You have your preview on the right, and you have your different tabs here on the left. Okay. The home tab is basically the slider element. Okay, and you can hide the different slides. So if you wanted to hide it all together, you can hide both slides, or you can customize them further. And by customizing them, you can add a different background image. So you can upload your own background graphic, and then you can stretch the width of that image. So if you don't stretch the width, it'll have whatever fixed width you have for your image. But if you do stretch the width, then it does go full screen, like you see here. Now on the slider, the text element is a little bit unique because it's actually not just one text element, it's multiple text elements. So you basically have, you know, this is an element, this is an element, this is an element, then you have this, and then you have these two buttons. And so when you edit that text, you'll see that it's actually set up as 6 different individual items here that you can change the text label. You can hide them if you want altogether. So a lot of customization here. So that's the home section, pretty self-explanatory. The About Us section, you'll notice that as I maneuver my mouse, it actually highlights the area on the right. So we felt that this was a really great way to kind of show you where you're at on the page, because the page can get a little bit lengthy. And so as you navigate your editor on the left, you can see what you're going to be modifying here. So if I hide this, I know I'm hiding essentially this piece here that was just highlighted. If you make any changes, for example, if I change this title to read Our Mission Statement, and I hit Update, I can then always restore the default text. So if I want to revert back to the original, I just hit Restore Default, hit Update, and it restores back to the default. So if you ever make changes and you're not happy with those changes, you want to revert back, it's really easy. As soon as you type something else in here, the restore comes up, you just restore it back. Okay, and you can edit all these sections, first section, second section, image, bullet point, and so on and so forth. So you have all your different bullet points here. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then when I proceed past that, so we actually broke the services section up into 2 different pieces. The first part is called products for now. We may change the label, but for now we just labeled it products, which is these items here. And then under that you have the features, which are all these elements here. Now, we also gave you the ability of customizing the icons. So if I wanted to change this into a light bulb, for example, I can hit Update, and now that icon is a light bulb. So you can very easily modify the different pieces of this page. Oh, it didn't update. Okay, so that's something that we'll have to fix. Of course, that happens on a demo. It should have updated. So you can come in here and you can modify all these different elements. And underneath the services area here, you have your page settings, which allows you to do some SEO stuff. So you can change the title. So I can say Mobile Marketing by Loyalty VIP and hit Update, and that will change the title on the page up here. And I can also update the description, meta tag description, and meta tag keywords, okay, for some additional SEO efforts. And then I can hide the pricing section. If some of our licensees would like to hide the pricing, even though they're using the billing system, they want to hide the pricing tab. So you can go in and hide it here. And then you have the contact section, which is pretty self-explanatory as well. You have all the different pieces that you can customize here throughout the contact section. Okay, and that kind of brings us to the offers page. And the offers page is really kind of a whole entity within itself. So if I come back here and I hit offers, actually let me go to this site here. And by the way, we're going to be launching this probably on Monday. So we wanted to show everybody today. On Monday, we'll make the switch over to the new site. So you can go and you can start customizing it if you like. And Monday, we'll probably pull the trigger to swap between the old and the new site. But the offer site here allows you to showcase your clients and add some testimonials. And it's really straightforward. We actually made it super easy to incorporate, to import your customers in. So you can add some top text here. There's a spotlight label. You can add your embed video URL here. So if you had a testimonial on YouTube, you can just take that embed code and pop it right in here, and that will display the video. But you'll notice that there's no companies. So what we want to do is we want to get the companies in here, and it's really easy to do that. I just hit Import Companies, and here I have all the list of users that belong in this account, and I'm not going to do all of them right now, but I'm going to do just one of them. And so if I wanted to import, for example, Yum Yum Donuts, I'm going to hit this to make active and to import. I want to do both, essentially. And when I hit Update, that's going to pop it in here as an active company. And I can also, what I also want to do is I want to set up my categories for the different types of businesses. So retail, dining, hair salons, medical, whatever the case may be. You can designate your different categories here, and then you can assign different companies different categories. You can also add your social media profiles here, so you have a bunch of different social media sites that you can add and then customize. So I can add Facebook, hit add social media, and then I would just type in my Facebook fan page here. Okay, and I can set it to active or not active. So that's all pretty simple. When I drill down on the company level, you'll see that a lot of the information already pulls in for you. So we wanted to really make it streamlined and easy to set up, where it's not going to be too cumbersome to set up all your companies. So you'll notice that the location already pulls in. The contact phone, contact email pulls in. It's set to active. All you really have to do is upload a company logo and some images if you want. Maybe assign some categories for the company, and then add your offers. And when you hit add offers, you can name your offer. You can give it a description. You can set a start date and an end date, or just keep it ongoing. Obviously, you want to make it active. And then you're going to select from the keyword. There's two ways to tie in an offer. So one way is to select, and let me go ahead and just put one up here just so we can see what it looks like. I'm going to select today's date. And then I'm going to select the keyword version. So if I do yum yum and hit add, okay, that's going to create, I think I have to type an offer maybe. That's going to create the offer, okay, the first offer. And that's represented as a keyword. So if I go back here now and I refresh this page, here we have yum yum. Now we don't have any graphics yet for it, but if I hit yum yum, you'll see that it has an offer. And when I hit get offer, it actually loads a web form where you can type in your phone number, and it has all the TCPA and carrier compliant language here. So all the language is here. Now, if this account had a web form, I can also display a web form here. So I can add this as, see if I can modify the existing offer. So maybe I want to make it a web form and hit update. And now, when I go to get this offer and I hit get offer, it actually embeds the form right on the iframe, right on the pop-up. So it's actually really cool to tie in a form here, and the business can use this to aggregate additional data from your site. So I think it's a great sales tool. Many licensees have asked for something like this for a while now, so we've been working hard on building a really fleshed out offers site that allows you to do some cool things. And if there are multiple locations, you can actually add multiple locations here and be able to click on different locations to see their address and get directions and such. So that's how the offer site works. It's pretty straightforward. Obviously, we encourage you to kind of come in here and start putting it together. If you come across any bugs, any issues, shoot us an email, let us know. We try to be very diligent about testing this prior to launch, and obviously I stumbled onto something this morning that we'll have to correct. But for the most part, it's working really well, and it looks really great. And then, once you add your companies here, you can then spotlight your company. So right now we only have one, but if I had more, I'd be able to select from the list and add them as a spotlight company and hit save. And then now, if I go back to the offers site, you'll see that it's spotlighted here. So it'll be kind of set apart from the rest, very much like these are here, where you have your featured clients, and then you have all the other clients. So you can do that very easily. If you have any questions, you can type them into the chat window. One other thing I wanted to show everybody, and I'm not sure, we covered this a little bit on an email that went out, but we've recently revamped a little bit of the knowledge base section here for resellers. And so you'll notice that we have some new reseller tools here, stock graphics being one of them. So if you want to try to upload different graphics for your slider for that website, for example, you can come in here and we have different categories, but if I hit the miscellaneous category, I can then have access to a variety of different background graphics that I might want to use. Maybe I want to use the clouds or this little traffic thing here, light thing here instead. So there's a variety of different stock graphics that are accessible to you to use throughout not only the public site, but also your kiosks, your coupons, things like that. So feel free to access these stock graphics here. We also have added sample text messages by industry. We compiled a list of message samples that we've sent out for some of our different types of customers across different business categories. And all these are available for you here as examples, as well as some new marketing and sales collateral. So I'm not sure if you had a chance to check some of these out, but these have all been converted to PowerPoints, and they're fully customizable. And so you'll notice that, if I open this PowerPoint up, it's a really nice PowerPoint with a lot of great stats on the mobile industry. And it's really kind of off the shelf, ready to go. So you can come in here and throw your logo across the top, and these are all editable. So all you have to do is just make a copy, save it to your Google Slides or PowerPoint, and then you can modify it to your liking. Obviously, we have some generic contact information here, just so you can get an idea of what should go there. But these are all accessible to you as well throughout the site. Did I close my browser by accident? Let's see here. Nope, it's there. Throughout the reseller site here, the knowledge base. There was a question about somebody arriving late, if there's a lead generation tool on the site. And yes, there is a lead generation tool. So when you go to contact, you'll see that there is a web form here that you can fill out, or that a prospect can fill out to inquire about your service, and that will allow you to follow up with them. So all this information gets sent via email. So to access the site, once again, you go to your client admin, you hit your reseller settings, and then you hit new next to public website, and then you can make all your modifications. And again, we'll be launching this most likely on Monday morning. So if you want to make changes to the content on the site, take some time over the weekend to come in here and customize it to your liking. We try to keep everything kind of really generic, as insightful as possible with a lot of content. But definitely we encourage you to go and make it your own. All right, well, it doesn't look like there's any other questions, so I think this was pretty straightforward today. Do appreciate everybody's time. If anybody has any additional follow-up questions, you want to reach out to us directly, by all means, shoot us an email or give us a call. And thank you again. Hope you guys all have a great weekend.